Uh, at some point, I will make a major donation after all of the smoke and ashes have settled here and we figure out what the rebuilding is going to look like. This is going to be a long and difficult process.
Oprah claims she would be at the forefront of helping Maui residents rebuild their affected land. And she actually did what she promised by joining hands with The Rock to form a Maui fund for the people.
And so we have created the People's Fund of Maui that will put money directly in the hands of the people who need it right now. So if you send a donation, just click where you see below and send a donation.
Despite the gesture, the public has realized that while the fund was promising funds to the people, Oprah and her executives are racking in big funds, and the amount they are offering the people is small compared to what they are benefiting.
The president of the nonprofit that manages this fund is making over $400,000 a year. You got the CEO making over $300,000. You have the CFO making over $290,000 a year.
A Maui native has spoken up about how despite losing everything, they were being offered very little finances and aid, while the elites and the rich were benefiting from the disaster.
You're telling us to fill out this paperwork so that you can give us the least amount of money. All I've had since day one is $700.
The public feels like the fund was created for the benefit of the rich instead of the affected victims who might even end up losing their land. Let us get into the details of the Maui Fund benefit and how it affects the people of Maui. So previously in August, right after the devastating fires in Maui, Oprah pulled up for the victims and offered them aid on the day-to-day supplies they needed, promising to help with how the affected land was going to be rebuilt. The deadly wildfires had swept through the island, damaging and destroying thousands of structures, leading to the deaths of 115 people, with dozens more still unaccounted for, according to a report by CNN.
At some point, I will make a major donation after all of the smoke and ashes have settled here and we figure out what the rebuilding is going to look like. This is going to be a long and difficult process.
Her promise wasn't accepted well by the public because many felt like there was another objective and motive behind her involvement. But she actually kept her word when she and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson recently launched a relief fund to help aid local residents who were affected by wildfires that ravaged large sections of Maui, Hawaii. Weirdly, despite the good gesture, viewers hit back at the two very rich celebrities and asked why they couldn't donate more of their own millions, instead of appealing to people with less money.
And so we have created the People's Fund of Maui that will put money directly in the hands of the people who need it right now. So if you send a donation, just click where you see below and send a donation.
The pair had posted a video to their millions of followers on Instagram in which Winfrey could be seen standing beside Johnson as they introduced the People's Fund of Maui, which they said aimed to help raise money for local residents affected by the tragedy. In the video, Oprah claimed the pair had been inspired by Dolly Parton's philanthropy and believed people were skeptical about how to help Maui residents. So they created a fund where people could donate, and the money would go directly to the people who needed it. They even included a lengthy caption alongside the post that stated that every adult resident who was displaced by the wildfires in Lahaina and Kula would be eligible to receive $1,200 per month to help them through this period of recovery, and provided a link where those directly impacted could apply for the funds. Hawaii has been one of the most expensive areas in the U.S., and while reading the post, viewers started questioning if $1,200 would be enough for housing in Maui, or if the funds were just meant for food and basic utilities, while the people remained camping outside. The caption went on to read, "We are honored to start this campaign with $10 million and ask for your help in donating to those who have lost their homes. We thank you in advance for your contribution."
We're so concerned about what was happening in Maui.
Were you concerned? You're a multi-billionaire standing next to a multi-millionaire asking us, the common people, for donations to support the victims of the Maui fires?
The upload received more than 60,000 comments, many of which appeared opposed to the idea of wealthy celebrities appealing to regular working people to provide additional funds. The viewers asked why the duo had not asked their wealthy celebrity friends to help chip in, and why they themselves, who have a lot of money, had shown their support with so little, despite the fact that they are also residents of the area. The same video clip was reshared to Winfrey and Johnson's TikTok accounts and included a donation button where TikTokers could make direct contributions. reactions. Winfrey's upload received 834,000 views and just 11,000 likes, unusually low for a video with this many views, compared to over 53,000 comments, many of which shared a similar sentiment to those on Instagram. The Rock's upload received 1.4 million views and similar criticism in the comments section. Multiple users also posted videos reacting to the clip, stressing the duo should be digging deeper into their own pockets or asking their fellow millionaire and celebrity friends to pledge instead of appealing to regular people who may be struggling financially. The public even went on a search and found that Forbes reported Winfrey had a net worth of $2.5 billion and owned at least 13 properties on the Hawaiian Islands. And The Rock, who is currently the world's highest paid actor, was worth $270 million. The $10 million donation in this context represented a meager 0.5% of their combined estimated wealth. The Rock had separately revealed his $5 million contribution, indicating that Oprah matched it, despite her net worth being 10 times greater. He vowed to raise and donate much more, but even his $5 million amounted to just 1.8% of his Forbes-assessed net worth. According to the public's perspective, an American with a $150,000 net worth making an equivalent gift would part with $2,700. Oprah, on the other hand, gave approximately 0.2% of her estimated $2.5 billion wealth, akin to a person with a $150,000 net worth donating $300. Together, their $10 million donation accounted for a mere 0.36% of their combined estimated net worth of $2.77 billion. While the largely critical comments beneath one of Johnson's Instagram posts speaking on the fundraiser are still visible, comments beneath Winfrey's TikTok and Instagram posts on the subject appear to have been switched off. The criticism continued on X and TikTok in the days following the announcement of the fundraiser. On September 2nd, Winfrey posted a follow-up video with another lengthy caption on Instagram, where she thanked the 10,000 people who have personally donated and said thousands of people who had been affected by the wildfires had signed up for assistance. She added, "We are working as quickly as we can to verify them and get the money delivered."
These are the salaries of the executives.
Pause. Again, this is the nonprofit. Look at the salaries of the executives.
While researching the topic, a professional fundraiser exposed Oprah and The Rock's Lahaina, Maui, Hawaii fires fundraising scam, where the salaries of executives managing the fund make $400K per year. The woman claimed to have worked in fundraising for years, so she actually went through the receipts and found out that the Maui Fund is within the Entertainment Industry Foundation. Based on the fact that the fund was a nonprofit, the executives of the organization are racking in big salaries while offering the people of Maui $1,200. The president of the nonprofit that manages this fund is making over $400,000 a year, and the CEO makes over $300,000. From the receipts she was showing, all the executives, except for the people on board, are making over $171,000 a year, with the CFO making over $290,000 a year. These are the salaries of the people who are executives of the nonprofit that's managing this fund.
You're telling us to fill out this paperwork so that you can give us the least amount of money. All I've had since day one is $700.
From the expose, the public realized that the people who were gaining from the fund a lot more than the actual victims were the executives. This has made the Maui natives question whether it was they or America that was benefiting from the funds, since all they were doing was following instructions to sign papers and get the meager funds without even having enough knowledge of what they were signing.
4 out of 5 of us lost our homes. It was burned to the ground. We are only being told, stand in this line, sign here. What are we signing? Who is it benefiting? Us? Or
some Maui residents themselves have been speaking up and saying that while they were being helped with funds, tourists were being told not to visit Maui. And considering the fact that the residents solely rely on tourism for their living, this is such a huge blow to them.
Some of the things that's already been happening is realtors are calling families who lost everything, offering them to buy their property and their home for pennies on the dollar, just pennies on the dollar. So
They have also spoken and said that while they are going through the devastating process of getting back on their feet, realtors have already started calling them up to buy their land for very little money. It's like vultures had been waiting patiently for their time before swooping in. Now that a lot of people have talked about the fund, maybe there are going to be changes where those who can give more do so, and this will definitely help the people of Maui. A fan on X, formerly Twitter, said, Oprah alone could give them land and rebuild their homes without even noticing a change in her lifestyle. Another said, according to Forbes, Oprah's net worth is an estimated $2.5 billion as of May 24, 2023. Winfrey, who's been living in Hawaii part-time for more than 15 years, owns more than 2,000 acres of land on the island. I'll send 10% of my wealth if she will too. So what is your take on the Oprah and the Rock Maui Fund? Tell us in the comment section. Remember, this video is based on speculation and opinions. And if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting updates. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.